And right now, before we forget, our comment section is open for constructive comments and questions or suggestions that we might read during our live stream tonight. And I believe we have a live comment that is available right now. And we have here Sophie Krugman. Hello, congratulations, Miss Earth Zambia.
Thank you, Sophie.
And we have a question from Binette Francine Santiago. Te, what the new normal now in Zambia? Can you please try to give us a walkthrough? What the new normal now in Zambia?
Okay. So I think the most common thing, like anywhere else in the world, is masking up, sanitizing, and social distancing. But that hasn't been the easiest thing in my country because people have received the pandemic very differently. So you have a group of those that have just chosen to believe the pandemic doesn't actually exist, even though we have all this evidence around us. And then you have those few that are actually trying to convince the other half to say, this is something that's real, it's there, and people are actually dying. So we're trying to strike a balance between the two because the pandemic has affected everyone globally. So every time we can, we keep sensitizing people, and it's just basically they say always masking up, social distancing. We are avoiding gatherings and moving about as much as we possibly can. And the government also put in some regulations where they have limitations of public places, the number of people they can take in, and things like that. The operating hours have also been cut down just to try and curb the pandemic.
I love the way that your government is answering the pandemic issue right now in Zambia, the new normal life, as they say.
Yeah.
And we also have another question from Katrina Cathy Cabaso. Miss Zambia, what's your favorite environmental activity?
Okay. For that one, I have two. Unfortunately, I can't pick one. So we have cleanups and tree planting. I love this too because I get to interact with kids, and mostly it's the kids that are more excited than the adults. So they always want to jump in here and there. They always want to try and do this thing their way. And it's just really, really amazing being around kids because they have a certain innocence that they just give out as opposed to adults. So I would have to go for tree planting activities and cleanups. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mukang. And we also have a comment from Athi Duchess Chama. Very intelligent and deserving queen.
Thank you very much, Effie. I really appreciate that.
And another question from Miss Michelle. What if you were given the opportunity to meet your fellow candidates? Which of your eco angels would you like to be your roommate?
Wow. Let's see. That's tricky. I think I would go for Spain
Okay.
because I've always wanted to learn Spanish. Yeah. So I think while I'm there, because it's quite a long time that you stay there, I would somehow get her to teach me how to speak Spanish. A little at least. So yeah.
Mukang, have you tried to study their language?
Not really. I once tried to do Duolingo, but that didn't really go well. So I'll keep trying till I get to meet somebody there.
How about Miss Spain were not able to join this edition, this year's edition? Who's your second best fellow candidate that you would like to meet?
I didn't even think of that one. Honestly, I think I would be okay with any of the ladies because at the moment we're all from different backgrounds, and whichever person I would be placed with, I would have an opportunity to actually learn about their home, learn about their cultures, and just go out with something from them. So, in all honesty, I would be okay with any of the ladies that are there. I think they're all amazing. It takes a lot to actually be on such a platform. You need a lot of confidence. You need to be bright and intelligent, and I think all the ladies have that. So I'll be okay with either one of them.
Thank you so much. And before we are going to proceed to the next segment of our live stream tonight, I would like to read the question from Algosm.
Okay.
Okay, we have a question from Algosm. Hi, Miss Earth Zambia. As an Earth advocate, with regards to our Mother Earth problems we are still facing, like air pollution, improper waste disposal, and others, do you think the problem is within the people in the community or the government leaders itself? Why? Love from the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Augustine. Love to you too. Like I was saying, I have a problem with the fact that most of us think looking after the earth is a responsibility for another person. So if I'm going to answer this, I'll say the problem lies within the people in the community. Let me give it for instance, we had a cleanup today when we went into the community to just try and make sure things are okay. And you have people there that are going to say, we can't clean up this because we have a council and the council should come and do this, which is the mindset that most of us people have. We want somebody else to come and uh, take away a problem that we ourselves create. Because if I go outside and throw paper around, I should be responsible for that paper. I should pick that paper up and dispose of it the right way. I should not wait for somebody else to come and do it. Whether the government has a body that's in charge of doing such a thing, but then it does not make sense for you to create a problem and then want another person to clean it. So why I think the community has a problem is we lack a sense of responsibility. If we were people that were responsible for our actions, we wouldn't have all these problems that we have. Because I'll tell you, we have five environmental areas. reduce, reuse, recycle, rethink, and respect. If you tried to live by these 5 R's in the day-to-day things that you do, and every other person did that, believe me, you, the earth would be a better place to stay in. We wouldn't have so many problems such as climate change that we're having, global warming, plastic pollution. We wouldn't have all these. Because if we're looking at reducing, you can reduce the amount of things that you don't need. If you do not need something, you do not buy it. You can reuse things that you have in your house. You can repurpose them. Use one thing to do another thing. Just be creative about things. So at the end of the day, each and every one of us has to realize that looking after the earth is a personal agenda. It's a personal responsibility. Nobody is going to make this land better for you other than yourself. And so that's a challenge I'm giving to each and every person out there.
Very well said, Mukang. And I believe
Thank you
you're
very
ready
much.
for the question and
Thank
answer round.